There are moments in life when words left unspoken weigh heavier than those that are said. For Barbara Gordon, her silence had become a burden, a confession she never had the courage to make. She had feelings for him too. She always did. But she never would have acted on them, not if he hadn't bared his soul to her in a moment when she was unguarded, vulnerable. Now, as she rode through the city streets, the engine of her motorcycle humming beneath her, she couldn't help but wonder, was it too late? She parked, her movements deliberate, but her mind raced with doubt. She thought about his words, his confession, and how it had stirred something deep inside her. But as her luck would have it, she had waited too long. The weight of that realization followed her as she stepped into the building, a single red rose in her hand. It was a gesture of hope, of longing, of a chance to rewrite the story she feared had already ended. Standing in front of his door, she took a deep breath. Her knuckles rapped softly against the wood. She whispered his name. "Dick, it's me." The door opened, but the face Barbara was hoping to see wasn't there. Instead, it was Corey Starfire. Standing in the doorway, Corey's warm and friendly demeanor greeted Barbara. She was radiant, casual, wearing a jacket that hung loosely over her shoulders. Barbara froze, clutching the rose in her hand. She stammered, her words faltering under the weight of her own shock. "I am Barbara, a friend of Dick's," she managed to say, her voice trembling. Corey's smile widened, oblivious to the storm brewing in Barbara's heart. "Oh, it's nice to finally meet you. Dick speaks very highly of you." The warmth in Corey's words was undeniable, but it only deepened the ache in Barbara's chest. Before she could respond, a voice from inside the apartment called out. "Corey baby, is that the food?" Barbara's heart sank. She needed to leave now. Her voice cracked as she muttered, "I've got to go." She turned to walk away, her grip tightening around the rose, now a symbol of her crushed hopes. Corey called out after her, confused, but it was too late. Barbara was already gone. Inside the apartment, Dick emerged, his hair damp from the shower, unaware of the emotional hurricane that had just unfolded outside his door. He asked Corey, "Who was that?" Corey hesitated. "Wrong number," she replied, but the flicker of concern in her eyes suggested she wasn't so sure. Riding away on her motorcycle, Barbara's mind was a storm of emotions. Her thoughts screamed at her, the weight of the moment pressing heavily on her. "Starfire never told you it was me?" Her inner voice wavered as she thought of Dick's expression. The truth was painful but undeniable. "No, God Babs, I'm so sorry. If I'd known." But Barbara wouldn't let herself dwell on apologies. She had waited too long and he had moved on. The rose, now discarded, was a quiet symbol of what could have been. "No big deal," she whispered to herself, her voice tinged with bittersweet acceptance. But deep down, she knew it wasn't that simple. That's it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. I see you in the next video.